Well, in this video, we are installing the Tourtop tonneau cover on this Toyota Platinum 2023. This thing is beautiful. And we'll do a walk around of this truck afterwards. There's so much you need to know about this rig. But for the Tourtop, it's going back here. So there it is in all its splendor. And we're gonna stop time to time because we're doing this at the Cruiser Tech shop in SoCal. So right now, we've got this ready to go in. And one of the first things you gotta do is you remove your factory little rail here. There's gonna be 7 bolts, so with a Torx. And remove that, and then this is gonna sit on top. So we have it in place, as you can see. You're gonna wanna have weather stripping underneath here. So just a nice strip you can get from Lowe's or Home Depot. And then you can use the same pre-existing, it's underneath those holes there, those ones. Underneath, this will be for something totally different. So it's the holes under. And the provided hardware, we got them all laid out in the tailgate here. So we're gonna use this provided, which you're gonna have a split locker and washer, and then install. You're gonna have 7 of those, right? So we're just putting them together, laying it all out, and put as your first piece the chassis assembly. So that's what this is. This is where the tonneau cover is gonna be hinged to and opens up from. So that's step 1 in this process. Pretty easy. We've already removed the track. Now we're gonna put this one on. And you can do the same thing unless you have a table, but you know, your tailgate, use that. Why not for all your tools? All right, here we go. Okay, standing on the bed of the truck here, and this is our rubber seal. So Sage already has like a putty seal here as well, because there's always a gap. So that's a good idea, since this is not gonna go down in there, it just goes across. So this is perfect. We sealed it, now we'll move this up and bolt it in with the provided hardware. We're gonna not use the pre-existing, which you can, but we noticed the bolt was much longer. We're gonna use the shorter stainless steel provided by Rugged Bound for the Tourtop. So that's the next step. Now we're attaching the weather strip metal piece here that goes in the front. So to do that, you'll need a wrench to get in behind because it's tight quarters. And then what bit do we have on there?
It's a M4.
There we go, tighten them down. And then when you're done, you can put a black weather stripping here. So just to seal it off, so any rain runs off, doesn't come into the bed of the truck. So black silicone sealant you can put. We're moving right along. Okay, our next step is clear the cap here, and we're putting in these 2 bolts that slide in, and that's going to attach to a plate, which I'll show you in a second, which is then attaching to your gas struts. So your gas struts, if you haven't lifted up your tonneau top yet, or your Tourtop, you're going to see that they're attached. So we'll cut and get all that off, but it's already pre-attached here. You just have to attach the other part of your gas strut to the bracket. So just wanted to lift that up. We'll put it back down and show you the bracket itself, which is, we put it as far away as possible right here. So that's going to be for your gas strut. So we'll install these 2 brackets now. All right, so we installed our bracket that's going to be holding the strut. And our advice here is you have a little hole that is underneath, and that metal brace in the back can tend to slip and go down in there. So go past that so that you have, if you can see that, right? You don't want to fall underneath or have the bracket come through this hole. So go past it and make sure you have it at the same distance on both sides, right? So there she is. Now we're gonna put the top on and attach the gas strut. So we put the Tourtop in position. One of us got on the tailgate, I did, held it in place. And here is a pro tip that you wanna hear. You wanna unscrew this and screw the bottom one in, right? So you get it nice and perfect, super tight. And then the pressure, when you're starting to screw it back up in the top part of the hinge for the gas strut, it's going to be much easier than doing it the opposite way. So again, undo the top while someone's holding it up, screw down the bottom, right? Screw down the gas strut, and then screw the top one. And that way, that one won't move. Try it the other way and you'll experience what we experienced. So there it is, sitting up. Looking awesome. All right, so definitely a two-person job because you want to line this up. And it's tough when the hinges are on, this wants to go up, right? Because there's no weight on it yet. So what we did is we pulled it out to have just enough gap, and you put all your, from the middle, right there, see in the middle of the screen, that's where you put the back part of the hardware. So you slide in the flat screw plate behind the carriage bolt area, and then line them up and just hand tighten them. Hand do the outer ones, then the inner ones, and then give it a full tight down. So I had to stand on it while Sage basically put the bolts in on each one of those. But now it's totally torqued down, super tight. Look how this looks. It is great. Next step is you want to remove your little latch bar. So that latch comes off on both sides, and then we're going to put this piece, which goes like this. It goes like that, and that's what the Tourtop lock attaches to. That's how you lock it down for security. So we'll put this down, and then we'll use the same hardware to reattach that bottom piece, which we'll do right now. All right, so we have put the cleat back in using the existing bolts, and that washer is not movable. So you just want to keep that same washer on, and you could tap to make an extra secure connection. I'm not sure many people are going to want to drill their vehicle. I think this holds it plenty good, because when you close it, that's going to come down on here, and this is your locking mechanism that it swings underneath, right? But look at that. That is looking good. So is the APL 55 from IceCo. Nice. I got one too. I'll put a link in my description below that you can save money if you get an IceCo. So both Sage and I have a similar taste. But yeah, the Tourtop with the awesome new badging on it, just a thing of beauty. Look at that. And I think we're almost done. I think that's it. So really not that bad, you know, you just got to go through each one of the steps. If you need instructions, hit me up. I'll see if I can put an attachment here, or just send me an email and I will send you instructions. But you can follow along our video, but also have some instructions with you, like so, and be able to install this. So I think we're just going to play around with the locks and then do a final walk around to show you what this looks like, open, closed. And I think one thing I'll say now, as you add stuff, if you're going to put a tire, a tent, Rome box, 23.0, Zargaze cases, see right here, that's the only attachment, right? It's not attached down here. It sits on the bed, but as you add more weight, you can leverage the power of these gas struts by moving this closer to the front of the bed. So the further back, the less, you know, desire the strut has to push open. It's still pretty powerful. Look, when we close it as is, it wants to go up. So as you have a lot of weight on it, you can start moving this forward to compensate and leverage the strut. So it's going to become stronger and stronger to handle 50, 80, 200, 250, 300 pounds. So it can handle a lot. Your mountain bike, your jerry cans, you name it. All right, we're going to test out the locks, and then, like I said, we'll do our final walk around. All right, now for the reveal. We are done. And actually, it was a pretty easy project. You just got to go through each step. But there is the Tourtop, completely sealed from weather. It's got the rubber gasket going all around. Such a clean look on the Tundra. So you can see the line along here and then along the back. And it seals down tight. We're gonna pop it open in a second. Look at that line. And for me, what I love about this top, it sits on the bed, right? That's why you have the rubber gasket. And it comes up like what? That's a 2.5 inches. So it makes the Tundra beefier. It makes it just look so much cooler. I love it. So let's pop it open. And it's got covers here to protect your hardware. So simply pop it and you can lock it, right? To protect any, gear that you got, protect your investments. So again, pop it on this side and presto. Up it goes on its own. I'm stepping away, still going up. So it's just amazing. Look inside, how clean that finish is, right? And that's the rubber gasket right here, close up. Now the beauty is this right now, it doesn't have anything on it. So you can put a tire, a rooftop tent, you can put jerry cans, a water port, you name it. Whatever weight you want to put on this, it's going to handle it. And if you find the gas struts are struggling to go up, well, all you got to do is change the leverage point and move these forward. So as you move these forwards, this thing is going to lift mad weight. So there she is, folks. This is Sage's rig. And what do you think, bro?
Super excited. It's by far probably the most versatile truck bed cover on the market right now, so I'm just really excited to put it to use and happy we finally got it installed, so thank you.
Yep, and I'm going to put in the description below, I encourage Sage here to start a YouTube channel and start building his Instagram, so I'll put links to that, and we're going to do a walk around on this truck actually, so there'll be a link to that as well if you're interested in this Tundra and why it is so badass. It's got the Icon Stage 12 adaptive suspension, just totally built out. It's the Platinum edition, which, Sage will tell you all about it. So tune in for that. That'll be in the description or at the end of this video. You can check out the full 360 walk around. And as far as the Tourtop, we're here in Southern California. So this is big, it's heavy. If you saw at the beginning of the video, it was a big pallet. Came on that pallet actually right there with some other gear. So it is costly to ship. So if you're in Southern California, shoot me a DM. We can get it installed here at Cruiser Tech. So that's where we're at today. That's why you see all these awesome Land Cruisers. #1 mechanic shop and gear and suspensions in Southern California. So definitely use them for all your suspension needs and engine needs. And diesel, you know me, I'm a Land Cruiser guy. I got 3 diesels. This is the only place I can bring it to because no one else knows how to work on them. But here, they grew up with them, Land Cruisers. So this is the premier Land Cruiser shop in Southern Cal. And that's where we're at. So if you want the Tourtop, if you want roof rack for Land Cruisers, hit me up and you can get it installed and purchased right here at Cruiser Tech and save on the shipping because there's freight whenever this gets sent and the freight is expensive. But if you buy it, just hit me up and you have it delivered here. Your shipping will be free because this is a commercial address and we usually ship about 5-6 items at a time that fills a full pallet. All right, well, there you have it. This was the Sema runner-up in 2022. It should have won. I can't even remember what won, but most people remember this one. So a Sema award winner, and you can see why. All right, hit me up if you're interested. Happy trails, and check out the 360 video on this badass Tundra. All right, peace out.